All right, three, two, one. All right. Hey, this is another one Kendall Matthews presents, and this is you need to stay to the entire end of this one because I get a lot of questions about artificial intelligence and chatbots. And today I have someone who understands that deeply. It's Greg Ahern, and he is just one of the most intelligent individuals about artificial intelligence and chatbots. And we partnered together to have a better understanding of how can we enhance customer journey for individuals who want to increase their business, who want to automate their business, but also more importantly, to provide that great customer experience for their business and for those prospects and customers. So Greg, how are you today?
Doing well, thank you.
No, most definitely. I thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule, my friend.
Of course, this is enjoyable. I like doing these things.
Right, and that's why I know about you that you're so interested in the technical details about artificial intelligence and chatbots. And what I want to do today was provide you the opportunity to do more of a deeper dive than just some of the things that people read on articles or they see on social media. But like, what is artificial intelligence, especially regards to chatbots? So I know you have a great presentation ready to show and bringing that up. But first, can you talk a little bit about your experience in developing this type of technology?
Sure. So we have a number of tools. We've been doing this for a long time. I've been in the business since 1994. The area we focus on is conversion rate optimization. And so with that, you have usability testing and you have, tools that you put on the site like pop-ups and ways to engage users so they don't leave the site, things like that. As AI developed more and more, chatbots started becoming more popular and more accepted in society. And so over the last 5 to 7 years, we've been improving the chatbot to work in different areas like e-commerce, lead gen, and things like that. And so there's lots of levels. I think this first conversation is going to be more on what type of chatbot do you need, where, that kind of thing.
Right, because that's confusing to a lot of people. They say, all right, what is it?
Right.
So
yeah,
like,
and we get that
hear
all
about
the time.
it.
Yeah, they think it's this. I'm like, no, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about something completely different.
All right, so let's go ahead and dive into what it really is. What are chatbots? What's the difference? Greg, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, and just saying in the future we can do more in-depth stuff, getting really into the languages and everything else.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, so here we go. Let me just share my screen here. So this is here we go. All right, so today we're going to talk about what is the chatbot, the difference between live chat, AI chat, and a LeadBot. And then we'll talk about some of the conversion data we've been seeing, some use cases, and then I'm going to give a quick demo so you can really understand the difference between a LeadBot and an AI chatbot, or Ochatbot. So a chatbot, it came from the computer system of a chat robot. It can exist on many platforms. So you can have a smart speaker. That's a bot, right? Websites, social sites like Facebook, LinkedIn, or Slack, on your phone, and it can be accessed via text and voice by clicking a button, vision. So there's a lot of different ways of doing this. What we're really focusing on today is a chatbot that works on usually a website or a social site like Facebook, and it's usually connected or communicated with via typing something on your keyboard or clicking a button. Voice can be added and things like that, but we'll talk about that another day. They're predicting that natural language processing, which is the concept of the computer to understand what you're saying and what you want and what the intent is of what you want, that this is really going to blossom in 2029. Where I'm going with this is that artificial intelligence as we know it, which is the computer really understanding a person and behaving like a person, right now we're kind of like a kindergartner. We have a long ways to go before we're even a teenager. And even teenagers, can make mistakes. And so it takes a long time in this field, and we're just starting. If you think about Gmail, for those who have Gmail, it will autocorrect stuff. How many times is it wrong? Often. And you can't have anything wrong when it comes to some of these things that we're talking about. So that just kind of gives you an idea. It can be wrong in Gmail because nothing's going to happen. It's not like your car is going to crash. But in the long term, these things are important. With AI, you have machine learning. Machine learning is so that the computer is learning on its own. That is risky at this point. There's only a couple companies in this country and only a few countries that have enough data to actually do machine learning well. So what we do is commonly done is a human in the loop. And so with human in the loop, I'm sorry, human in the loop is when a person's checking the data to make sure it's right for social norms and everything else. Often people get chatbot confused with live chat. So live chat is, another person on the other end of the computer is typing back to you, simply said. There's lots of pros to it. You get that human connection. They can understand very complex things because you're talking to another human. And it can be monitored live 24/7. You get that personal touch. The negatives of live chat is that if you're not responding like within seconds, you just gave the impression that the lights are shut off at your company, like no one's there. And if you have a call center and you have people in that call center that are set to work on live chat, it works great. It works really well for some support issues and things like that. But you have to be there all the time. Now, 63% of people prefer a chat bot communicating with a chat bot compared to live chat. There's a whole slew of reasons, but some of them can be they don't want to get pitched to because they feel it's a salesperson. They don't think their data is going to be private. They don't want to share that kind of information. And so we find that people communicate more with a chatbot thinking it's just anonymous. I can ask it anything. It gives me what I need, that kind of thing. There are cases where we want to use both. But a LeadBot, so a LeadBot is a dummied down AI chatbot. It works like a lead funnel, and it funnels in these questions and sends out the information. It's very simple and very low cost to set up, but the con is it can't answer complex questions. So now an AI chatbot, this is the thing that has the AI built in. It can answer questions. It has databases behind it that connect to your e-commerce systems and things like that. So it works well for support, where you're answering a lot of the simpler questions with the bot, and then when you get something very complex, it switches over to live chat. This doesn't mean you're going to get rid of your support center. It just means that now your support center is going to be more fulfilled by answering real important questions instead of the same stupid question over and over and over again. E-commerce, it connects to your e-commerce platform, pulls in that data, it helps in shopping to figure out what they want to purchase. We find that there's a 15 to 35% lift in revenue when they engage with the chatbot for each purchase. So the reason for that is they're finding products that don't exist. They're finding the products that actually wanted, and it's suggesting other products they can buy. Lead generation. So we can get around the sales obstacles of a complex product with the chatbot asking the right questions and qualifying that person. So you get higher quality leads, and you get around issues to bring that person into the conversation more so they can fill out their contact information. So both with lead gen and e-commerce, imagine you had a physical storefront. Somebody walks into the store and the salesperson says, "How can I help you?" And you say, "Well, I'm looking for this." And they say, "Oh, is it this big or that big? Or is it hard or soft shell or whatever it is?" And immediately say, "Yes, I know exactly what you want. It's right over here." That's the conversation the chatbot has on the computer. So it's not like the archaic way we're still running now with websites where they go through a tree of navigation that's all over the place. The bot asks the questions, finds out what you're looking for, and points you in the right area. Often products are hidden because there's so many products. This is where the bot comes in nicely. The other piece with chatbots is we're always collecting all this data. And so you gather a lot of insights. And some of these insights could be, what page are people engaging the bot on to ask questions? That's telling you there's something wrong with that page because they can't find out what they're looking for. It also tells you the obstacles they're running into, the concerns they have with making that kind of purchase. You can find out what buttons they click inside the bot itself, what kind of questions they ask throughout the whole sphere of the site and the bot. We find all these types of insights that help companies better understand their customers, better understand where their products are placed. And it's amazing how many, coupon codes suddenly don't work, or there's some error on the site that's broken. It comes right through in the bot really quickly when something's not working, and that gets fed to the company. So those are the insights you can gather. The cons of an AI chatbot, well, it's a little more complex than a LeadBot, which takes about 30 seconds to set up. So there is some development time depending on the platform you're using. Our system, there's no programming in our system, but there is still the architecture you have to create. And so there is more work to it. It's more expensive, and the bot is always learning. So that means someone has to be managing the bot as it learns to become smarter and smarter. There's also maintenance, like, oh, we have a sale coming up, we added these new products, that kind of stuff. So live chat, AI chat, and LeadBot. So the live chat is best used with an AI chat bot as a second option for the user for more complex things, but having the AI chat take most of the simpler stuff. LeadBot is best for engaging users to collect leads for very simple type funnel questions. It's inexpensive and it's very quick to set up. The AI chatbot is going to help you increase your e-commerce sales, and the revenue from those sales is going to increase, as well as more complex business lead type systems. It reduces support tickets that actually come to the user and the support staff. And then now you gather and fine tune these insights that you may not have realized from your competitors, to acronyms, to products and site problems and things like that. So here's some data. This site, we saw a 35% lift when the customer engaged in revenues. The order via chatbot increased 10x since January. That's this January, so we're talking 6-7 months. Increase in mail catalog requests was 50 plus a month. And this drove a whole new thing they didn't realize. Because there was an option to get a catalog, they're seeing, wow, people still want to get a mail catalog, which made them say, gee, maybe we should start doing direct mail again. So that was a lot of win there. And when someone gets a catalog, they purchase more over time. And you can see here, and I'll show another example of this, that the product shows up when someone did a search for it. They can add to cart directly from the bot or get more details. In this case, they had a complex product. A lot of people don't understand what CBD is, what it does and does not do. Sales per user via chatbot increased 40% since January, so it's in the last 6 months, as the bot got smarter and smarter. Revenues via the chatbot have been doubled since January, and it handles a large percent of support questions and transfers to live chat when available. And with the system, it detects if live chat is available. So if you have live chat, but you don't have anyone monitoring it and it's not on right now, the bot won't offer live chat as an option. So, in this case, orders doubled since January via chatbot, and revenues per order tripled. So really, they don't sell many products, many SKUs, but there's a lot of information when they make the sale, and the bot helps them understand and answer their questions, so they went forward. So companies using AI for sales were able to increase more than 50% of their leads. Call time reduced 67%, and they realized a cost reduction of 40 to 60%. When AI use is present, 49% of consumers are willing to shop more frequently, while 34% are willing to spend more money. We were seeing 15 to 35% lift in revenue for e-commerce chatbot applications when the visitor engages with the chatbot. I've read other reports of other companies that are seeing a 17% lift, so it's not just us that's seeing this positive lift. And LeadBot offers a range widely differently depending on the application. So the LeadBots can be custom. We have 80 of them that are set with the specific industries already out of the can. So there's the whole advantage of the LeadBot is that it can ask the right questions to qualify the lead better, and then set the appointment or what time to call back and things like that, plus collect the contact information. So why are chatbots lifting conversions? Part of this is because they're being engaged on the site. So you go to a site, it's kind of static. I'm in complete control. I click here, I look at that, I go somewhere else. When something pops up, it's engaging. Now, pop-ups done incorrectly can be a nuisance to the point where some news sites, I don't even bother because I can't read the news because things keep on popping up. So I mean, it's horrible. But with the bot pops up at the right time in that sales process as they're going through their buying journey. So you might have the bot come up and ask a question relevant to checkout, which is different than on the home page, which is, what are you looking for, compared to a particular product page, which is asking a specific question about a product. So, and when it comes up, like how long were they on the page and all those kind of triggers, it does that too. And it works differently from mobile than desktop. The other pieces I talked earlier about the archaic way of doing our navigation. In 1994, we had like 5 things to talk about us. Here's our product page. Here's our home page. Here's our contact us page. I got a website. Now we have thousands of SKUs on an e-commerce site. We have more details and blogs with hundreds of pages. And finding any of that stuff is really hard when you have these layered menus that skip all over the place and you can drag your mouse the right way. Never mind mobile, it just gets lost. So having the bot, you just ask the question and it finds it right for you. So it reduces the time they're looking for things. They find things that were there that they couldn't even find before. It's simple and usability, more usable in mobile. It helps. It reduces the sales pressure than live chat. It does product assistance and recommendations. It builds trust, especially when they get a quick answer for an issue they're having. So those are just some of the reasons why it converts better. Less clicks to cart, that kind of stuff. So what I want to do now is show you a couple examples. Give me 1 second here.
Right, yeah, and while you're moving that over, so as folks, if you're looking at this opportunity, and the opportunity is that we're going to be able to show you a little bit more. So you saw that if you text Chatbot to the number that you saw, we'll be able to show you a little bit more on that 623-439-5448. So when you text Chatbot, then we're going to provide you just all this information that you saw, but in an executive summary. So it's condensed down so you can really able to understand it in a nice format for you. So go ahead and text Chatbot to 623-439-5448.
Okay, so the LeadBot, this is what I'm going to go over quickly, this is embedded on a page. Normally it could be like on a button here, which you'd open up to see. This is a AI chatbot actually. But you can see here we have these basic bots, and then we have all the different other bots. So let's just pick one. We'll go to automotive. So it's going to come up and ask a question. You can set this up any way you want. I just put in our own company name. So then it asks, well, what are you looking for? And these can be changed and adjusted. So I said, well, I'm looking for an oil change. And it's going to ask, well, what type of make model is your car? I'm going to say it's a Jeep. And then it's going to say, are you a return customer? Nope, it's my first time coming to your business. And you can type any questions. So I could type any questions I have here. I'm just going to skip this. And then ask me, what's your name? Well, my name's Greg. And it's going to take this information and put it in here. Nice to meet you, Greg. What is your email address? So what's the best phone number to reach you at? Okay. What day would you like us to call you? Well, how about when? Oh, Thursday. And then what's the best time? Well, evening's best. And then it's going to come back with that information and say, sounds good, we'll reach out to you Thursday in the evening, and thank you. And so each of these different bots ask different questions, and you can pick which ones fit your services. If you didn't do oil changes and you only do tires, then you would remove that option from the LeadBot. It's just a click and you're done. Now compare that to an AI chatbot. So this engaging question is the most important piece that comes up. And in this case, we're asking, do you want to find a product? You want to look at our best-selling stuff, discount programs, this is whatever you want to put in here. So if you wanted to find a product, they have many different types of products. So if I'm looking for a backpack tool bag, then I want a small one. This is pretty hierarchical in this case. It's for a small laptop. There's the picture of the item. I can then click here and go to the product. There's multiple ways of showing data, like product inside. I could ask a different question. What is the warranty? And it tells me what the warranty is. So it's listening for the term warranty information, and then it will provide me that. I could also say, do you have any bags in camo? I know it does right there, but here it is right here too. I could also say something like, let's see, do you have large bags? Now, this pulls out the large bag. That's not what I was looking for. Let me see if I can quickly give you an example of something that shows something that pulls it from the database itself. Let's see. How about if I put something in like meter bags. Okay, so it talks about meter bag and brings me to the category of meter bags here. That's not what I was looking for. Let's see, what type of zippers? I think this is going to trigger search. Yeah, so here, this pulled from the database inside. I think they're using WooCommerce, but we connect to Magento and Shopify and any type of e-commerce system. And in this case right here, it pulled out this, and I can add to cart directly. So this is when you have thousands of SKUs in here, and they have all this other stuff that they're really not trying to push, but there are other things they have, and so they could be found in here. If I put in a part number, for example, like this, it would come up right to this too. So that's how it's pulling from the database or from preset pieces that we had earlier for products. But it's also asking questions like, let's see, can you help me? Now I'm going to cause a fallback here. So this went to support, but let me give you a better one. Like, is the sky blue? Now, we don't recommend and don't design chatbots to be so broad in their knowledge. The smarter they are, the more happens when it's more narrow about what they're talking about. You're not going to try to build, a tool like Amazon or Apple that can tell you and ask you all sorts of things. So if I ask this question here, it says, sorry, I didn't understand that. Can you please check the spelling or try again? Call us here, click here for support, etc. So that's how there's a number of ways of doing this soft fallback so that they can still get their question answered and stay in the realm of what the AI's intelligence is. So that's the difference between an AI chatbot. And I guess the other big difference I want to say is this one's set up very hierarchically. You want a bag, you want a large bag, small bag, open bag, that kind of thing. The other approach is you could say, what's your trade? Oh, you're a plumber. So then it would ask from the plumbing piece directly. And so the person could do that. They could say, do you have plumbing bags? Plumbing bags. And it's going to say, oh, we're looking for open top or closed top. Now, the other piece is that first engaging question we saw, it could ask that too. We have sites for animals where it starts off with, they sell animal products, and it starts off with what kind of dog do you have and how heavy it is. And from that, we can determine, oh, you're looking for this type of dog toy because we know the bite strength of that dog, and therefore these other toys, they're going to shred them, but this one, these type of toys, they're not. So it can do things like that too.
Nice. Well, wonderful. Well, Greg, thank you for this in-depth understanding of everything that's going on, because there's a lot to go in that is involved in that, and you've been taking many years to develop it and then get it fine-tuned where you understand it. And he's like, oh, you just click here, and it's all done. But a lot of us aren't technical like that. And but I want to thank you so much. And so, folks, if the opportunity that we're going to be presenting is I partnered up with Greg. So if you want to connect with myself to figure out if the artificial intelligence chatbot, the opportunity to automate, streamline, and to be able to generate more referrals, more sales, and even streamline your customer experience for individuals, and connect with myself. And I'm going to put the number that you can text me. You should see that popping up on the screen right now. But the opportunity for you is there's multiple ways now with technology to provide a better customer experience, better customer journey. So then they can be able to make a yes or no decision faster. And that's what you want, to be able to increase that user experience so you can be more referable, especially now in today's technology. So Greg, thank you so much. We're going to connect again, my friend. So the opportunity is now, folks. Let's partner together, see if there's different opportunities that we can work together and enhance your business for that customer experience you want to provide. Thank you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
You got it.